Okay, fight fans, we have a special guest on the line that has finally chose to hang it up. What a legendary career. I mean, successful in the amateurs, successful in the pros, Olympic medalist, world champion, Mr. Amir Khan. What's up, brother?
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the great introduction, man. But yeah,
Listen,
first of all, it's lovely to be on your channel. I always watch you guys on social media and everything, so I'm glad to be on it, man. You guys doing amazing work.
Appreciate you taking the time. You know, Amir, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and I want to take you back to a moment where I was first introduced to you, personally, meaning like seeing you live for the first time. So, Paulie Malignaggi was somebody I grew up with in the gym.
Yeah.
Known him since he was about 14, 15 years old. And I remember leading up to that fight in the Hulu Theater at the bar, at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
First off, you brought a lot of your countrymen to New York City. That's when I knew people know who this Amir Khan guy is, and they were telling me he's fast. But obviously, I was rooting for Paulie Malignaggi. I'm from Brooklyn, but that night you made me a believer, and I said, "Whoa, who the hell is this kid?" Lightning speed, and that's when I first became aware of who Amir Khan was, and since then. You've been blazing the boxing world. I mean, what was it like to fight in MSG that day?
Yo, fighting at MSG, it was the first time I went to America. It was the first time I fought in America at the MSG, a renowned place. And against a guy who's like, a well-known fighter, like Paulie. Everyone knows Paulie. Paulie's a great champion, man. Right. And obviously very vocal as well, that a lot of hype was around that fight. Even at the weigh-in, there's some promotion that happened. A little push here and there happened. But look, coming to America and fighting over there was amazing. And New York was a place I didn't really like. But obviously now I love it. My wife is from New York, though, originally from Brooklyn, and then she moved to Staten Island. Right. So I'm always in New York quite regularly, but I love the boxing over there. And it's not only MSG I fought at. I fought at the Barclays Center as well, and fought against Terence Crawford at the MSG, at the big arena there. But against Paulie, it was in the smaller arena. But look, it's been amazing, man.
Do you feel like that was your coming out party in America, that fight?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was like no one knew me in America. Like I had a big fan base in the UK. Like you said, a lot of people turned out for me coming from England. But then when I fought against Paulie, I couldn't believe how many people from England would come there. And because it was such a good performance and I beat him, I stopped him in round 11. I got a lot of fans in America then as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Alk, I'm glad you brought that up. Your first time seeing Amir Khan live, because my first time was 7 months later after that Paulie fight. I was in Vegas. I believe it's at what hotel?
Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay versus Marcos Maidana, and it was funny because
that fight.
Yes, I was there for that fight, and listen. You proved so much in that fight because people were like, oh, he got a glass chin. But meanwhile, you fight the biggest puncher in the division. He never put you down on the canvas. You actually dropped him and you won that fight on your feet.
What a fight that was, man.
Yeah. Well, by the way, the best executed left hook to the body I've ever saw in that second round knockdown.
I'm glad that I hit him with that because, you know what, bro, that slowed him down a little bit. Imagine, this guy was like a steam train. He kept coming at me like crazy, bro. Like, he would not stop. I was hitting him with everything I had. And he was so strong. Like, one thing about Marcos Maidana, which people need to understand that this guy was a big puncher. He had a good chin as well, bro.
Yes.
He could take a good punch as well. And it wasn't like he was slow, bro. He was quite quick as well with his hands. I mean, you see what he did to a lot of these fighters, man, like Broner and bro, like even Mayweather, the first fight was a close fight.
Yeah.
But Maidana's no joke, man. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to fight in Vegas for the first time. I think, that was the first time I fought in Vegas.
Okay.
It was the first fight in Vegas. And to have a good performance in New York and then go to Vegas and put another good performance on, I think that kind of cemented my name in America that, look, this guy's come here now to make a point and prove a point.
Also, like at MGM Grand, the way you dismantled Devin Alexander, who was a southpaw, he was fast, he had a lot of pop, he had a lot of strength, and the way you outboxed Zab Judah, who was a personal friend of ours, nobody was faster than Zab Judah. Nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Zab's I didn't expect that to happen in that fight against Zab. You know, it was just obviously I was very nervous going into that fight because I saw the work that Zab's done with the likes of Floyd and other fights. Zab's a beast of a fighter, bro.
Yes.
And to have that on my resume, bro, is like amazing. You know, like I'm a fan of Zab. I think he's a great fighter, but to have that on my resume is brilliant. So,
you know, as we're discussing these fighters, and Barack's bringing up names that I forgot about, like Devin and other guys. When people mention Amir Khan, one of the things that some people might say negative things, some might say positive, but one thing they all say is Amir Khan never ducked anybody. He wanted to fight everybody. What does that mean to you, for you to know that that's something that's cemented in your legacy, that you fought everybody and never ducked anybody?
You know what? At least, no one can ever say that, because look, I'm up and down weight categories to fight people. I never turned down any fight. I was never scared to fight anyone. I was the one that was chasing people, like for example, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. I'm the chaser. I'm the listen, fight me, guys. Come on. And it's not because I need the payday. Alhamdulillah, you know, God's been kind where I made big money in the sport of boxing. It's just because I wanted to beat these guys. I wanted to show them the best fighter. And look, I was never scared of any fight, man. Even when they put me up against Canelo, I remember Golden Boy called me. I was trying to get the fight against Floyd. And said, listen, what do you think about Canelo? I was like, I obviously had to take about a minute to think about it first. But isn't he too big? He go, he'll come down a little bit, you come up a little bit. I go, you know what? If he's happy to do that, no problem. I tried to somehow, my lawyer did. My lawyer tried to get like a rehydration clause, but he said no. So he must have walked into that fight like 190 pounds. I was like 155, 56 pounds. But you know what? It's no excuses, but I'm so happy that I got to share the ring with all the top fighters, pound for pound, you name it.
And not to mention it, and you had success in that fight. You had success in that Canelo fight.
Yeah.
But Barack and I were in the building that day, and we were looking at each other like, wow.
No way.
Amir's outboxing Canelo.
Nah, you know what, bro? Canelo's a beast, man. And you know what? A lot of respect to Canelo and Crawford who have fought as well. Because in my opinion, these two are the best pound for pound fighters. And you know, if you look in their house, I saw on 24/7 or one of the other shows that they got a poster of me in the house. Wow. Both of the fighters. So like they I got that respect from them as well. You know, like they probably thought, let's get a poster. Like look at the resume of the names that they fought, but they've got a poster of myself and them.
The reason why they have a poster is because you were their biggest fight at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for Crawford, it was like you had such a big name, even from young, coming straight out of the Olympics. That doesn't happen here in America, where you come out of the Olympics, even with a gold medal. No one's ever really as popular as you were. You know, and I love that.
What's been kind, man. That's why I can only thank the fans and thank people like you guys, the media, because you know what? Without them, bro, like they're the ones who make you. Yeah. And I've had so much love from the public, the way I fight. Look, I might not be the best fighter, but one thing about me was that I gave it my all. When I used to go and step in that ring, bro, win, lose, I used to just go give it my all, even if that meant me falling short, getting knocked out, whatever. Like,
and you know that you got to. I mean, that's something that fight fans respect so much. Now we mentioned Canelo. I want your take on his recent loss against Dimitri Bivol. I mean, look, you shared the ring with the guy. You were winning rounds early in that fight, being able to stay away. Going into that fight, did you think Dimitri Bivol had a shot in outboxing Canelo?
You know what? I mean, I knew that size matters. Look, weight categories is there for a reason. And I thought that, you know, when there's weight categories there, you know, we have to oblige them. You have to pay a huge attention to them, because this is where Canelo, first time, he was a smaller guy. But normally he's a bigger guy when he fights. It shows that when I fought him, I was a smaller guy. He's always fighting the smaller guys. But this time, I think, you know, he tasted his own medicine in a way by fighting a bigger guy. And I don't know if look, even though it wasn't like he didn't get knocked out or not, but he did get outboxed. So, I mean, no disrespect there. Look, he wants to be great, and he went and took that big, long jump to get to greatness. But obviously, he failed this time. But look, I'm sure he'll come back. And I don't think it'll be the right choice for him to go back into that fight again and fight Bivol again. I think he should go back down to his own natural way. You got some great fights there. You got the Charlo brothers. You got some wicked fights there for him, which he can take, which will be huge pay-per-view numbers. So I think he should go down again and conquer that division.
Yeah, I don't think his ego allowed him to do that. But listen, you had an amazing, amazing career, and I have two questions for you. What was your greatest accomplishment, your greatest victory to you that means the most? And what was the loss that hurt you the most?
Okay, so I'll start with the loss that hurt me the most was when I got beat by Danny Garcia, because, you know, I blamed that on myself, bro. Like, I was winning the fight and it was easy. I could see every shot coming. And, you know, when you lose that focus, boom, that's what happened in that fight, bro. Like, split second, bro. And he come with that left hook, and it was such a wide hook that, you know, you would see from a mile away. But because I was so relaxed, and I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever. First 4 rounds, I think another 2 rounds, I'm going to stop this guy. Right. You know what? That was the one that, like, it still hurts me, you know, like that fight, because that was like the undisputed fight. And I couldn't believe how easy it was for the first couple of rounds. I'm like, this is the undisputed fight. Like, oh, this guy, I can beat quite easily. So that's the big lesson learned. Never ever underestimate anyone. And sorry, what was the question again? And the big,
what was your best accomplishment? Yeah.
Accomplishment has to be the Olympics. The Olympics kind of took me to that different level where no one knew me before the Olympics. They used to think, Amir Khan, just a normal boxer or whatever. I won the national championships. I was an amateur world champion. I was an amateur European champion. I was an amateur Olympic champion. I'm not Olympic, you call it junior Olympic champion. For Victor Ortiz in the amateurs, I stopped him in the second round. Wow. But a lot of these young fighters, Mario Kindlin, who had fought likes of Miguel Cotto and Zab Judah, beat them in the amateurs. I mean, look, bro, I fought the highest level. To go to Olympics, when I went there, bro, the recognition I got was something else, because when I won everything else before that, I didn't get the recognition.
Right.
But the Olympics, bro, that 1 week, that 2 weeks I spent there, boom, it changed my life. I came back home and people wanted my autograph. I'd never known how to do an autograph in my life, bro. I had to just type my name as possible. It was crazy.
And then still a kid.
Walking down the shop, I was a kid, bro, 17.
Yeah.
And my dad was, guess what? My dad was still driving me to school.
I remember those images of you being that young. Now you got a beard, you got kids, a family.
But you're still being driven around, though.
Now I'm getting as old as you. I'm still getting driven around, but I'm still getting.
Listen, Amir, as you reflect now with your career, right? I mean, you've accomplished so much. Now I know you want to kick back, relax, enjoy your children, your wife, your family. What do you want to be remembered as to the fight fans in the history books 10, 20, 30 years from now?
Look, I don't know, man. Look, I don't want to say I want to be remembered like this. Is like I'm forcing it upon people to remember me for that. Right, I just want to be whatever people want to remember me for. I'll be happy with that. I just know I'm very content myself. I'm very happy with what I did in the sport of boxing, and also I'm very happy that I opened the door to these young, up-and-coming British, Pakistani, Indian, South Asian fighters. Because before that, there was hardly any South Asian boxers who used to box. Like, I think the only, and that was Arab, was Nassim Hamed. Other than that, if you look at the gyms now in the UK or in America, it's full of Pakistani, Indian, different, South Asian boxers, because they saw me doing it. So they go, if he can do it, we can do it. So I hope that, they remember me for that as well, that I've opened the door to boxing to a whole new, to whole new people in the sport. Like there was never ever Pakistani boxers, there was never ever Indian boxers, but now it's full of them.
No, now you got guys like your fight. You got some really good fighters out there. But listen, I want to know this. One of the last questions is, you was chasing Canelo. You was chasing Manny Pacquiao, was chasing Floyd. But was there another fight that you wish you could have gotten along the way? Because I always thought you could have fought Timothy Bradley, but you was trying to fight
I've never
Floyd.
told anyone this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Never. Oh, it's the first time, because this question never been asked to me before.
Yes. And
it's a good question you've asked. You know who I really wanted to fight? Ooh. And I got really close to making it, was Shane Mosley.
Wow.
That shocked you guys. Because it was talked about. It was talked about a long time ago.
Why didn't it happen? Why couldn't it be made?
It didn't get made because then I think Golden Boy wanted me to take a different route. They don't want me to fight him. They want me to take a different route and fight someone else. Right. But yeah, like, and when I was up against like Shane Mosley, and when they kind of put that fight to me, I was like, hell yeah, I'll take that fight. And then even one stage, Oscar De La Hoya even was kind of considering fighting me as well.
What?
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro.
That would have been a big fight. Big fight.
Taking a fight against me as well. Yeah, man. So people don't know this kind of stuff.
Man.
So how's the promoter wants to fight? How's the promoter want to fight the fighter? Like, you know, I think I could beat you.
Yeah, because bro, at the end of the day, bro, like, I'm a fighter, and obviously he probably thought, you know what, I want to come back in the sport of boxing, because it was him talking about him coming back again.
Oh,
and there's all that rumors happening, and then that happened, and so my career, bro, there's so much that's happened that's kept me in the sport of boxing because of all this hype. It's been fun, bro. I've enjoyed every bit of it, man. It's been great to be your name being mentioned amongst these likes of Shane Mosley, Oscar La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, Mayweather. These are legends we're talking about, you know?
Yeah. Now, no doubt. And you're a legend in your own right. I mean, do you see yourself, before we get out of here, do you see yourself being involved in boxing at all, whether it's trainer, promoter, advisor, manager?
I don't think I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience to be a trainer. I'll end up bloody boxing the younger one out, you know what I'm saying? Manager and promoter, I'm hopefully going to announce something in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do a massive couple of shows in the UK, probably 10 shows next year in the UK. End of this year and next year. Promoting the up-and-coming young fighters, man, giving them that chance, not making the mistakes I made in the sport of boxing, opening new doors for them, you know? And also in America, I'm doing some big things over there as well. So hopefully I'm in New York in about a month's time, announcing something massive over there, which I'm doing in America. So yeah.
Well, listen, we got an exclusive today. Amir Khan's announcing something soon. Well, when you come to New York, make sure you get with us, man. We'd love to see you.
I'm going to be in New York.
Yes,
I will definitely get in touch with you guys.
It's been an honor to watch you fight live on TV and actually to be able to chop it up with you and have great boxing conversations, man. Enjoy your career, your life, your next chapter and all that. It's been a pleasure, champ.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be on your show, guys. And like I said, I always watch your show. You guys are amazing. Keep up the good work. And when I'm in New York, we'll definitely catch up.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, champ.
God bless.
Salaam alaikum.
Salam, brother. Take care. God bless.
God bless you too, brother.